Good evening, peeps. I'm Auriel Grace, and this is a spiritual show. So, tonight we're talking about animal spirit guides. Say what? Yes, we are. And some of you have asked me about like how you can, connect or even figure out who your animal spirit guides are. So, that's one of the reasons why we're going to be talking about it. It's similar to connecting to your spirit guides and angels, and so you can use my guardian angel meditation actually on my website at arielgrace.net to to figure out your animal spirit guides as well. So we'll talk about it in a sec. First, um, this has been a crazy week, right? All right. So if you want to sign up for my newsletter, you can go to arielgrace.net and sign up for my newsletter. It's on the landing page and check that out. Right now, these books are on sale: Clearing with Purpose and The Love Book for 99 cents. You can go over to Amazon and check them out. I think they're going to be on sale until Wednesday for 99 cents. These are the latest ones. The Clearing with Purpose book is a great book for exactly that, clearing with purpose. Because I know Mercury just went direct. Yeah. So Mercury just went direct, and you might have like had some setbacks and fun stuff like that. The Clearing with Purpose book can help with that. It can help you clear your goo and cooties so you're not, running around feeling heavy. Okay. And then the Love Book. All right. So the Love Book is great, and it talks all about love. There's no BS involved in it. It's all about love, baby. All right. So this year I decided to start talking about new age concepts and, new age marketing and vocabulary that doesn't mean anything or doesn't make sense, because some of you during our accountability sessions have asked me about that. You're like, I don't know what this means. Like, it doesn't mean anything. So I'm done some research, and at least one show a month, we're going to be debunking some new age stuff. Only because I just hate to see you all, um, expending energy on things that make you unhappy. Yeah. So, with that being said, tonight, hey Dana, hey Mom, hey Mary Bowberry. All right. Let me know in the comments, what's your favorite animal, mammal, bird, insect, or reptile? Because we'll be looking them up. Our reference books tonight are, this is a great little pocket book for this book. Okay, so they are the Animal Speaks books. Animal Speak book. This is the pocket book. Okay, and it has like brief stuff. But if you want to know more about animals, how to connect with them, what they're about, and all that good stuff, check this book out. Like, I've owned this book a lot of times, and I've always given it away. I'm not giving it away again. So go to Amazon and check this book out. I think it's on sale right now for $8, which is a steal. So this is a great book, and it has more than just animals. He talks really a lot about nature and how it affects everyone. So try it out and see. Those are my references for tonight. You can buy the book from Amazon. Yep. All right. So, animal spirit guides are kind of cool because they help us understand our inner, like, instinctual nature. Okay. And so I asked Anissa and I asked Melinda what are their favorite animal spirit guides. And so I got some really good results from them. I'm going to be talking about them later on, but I want to know what yours are. And if we have time, we'll look them up in the pocketbook and see what they mean. What animals truly resonate with you? All right. So here we go. All right. Animal spirit guides are they're often based through indigenous cultures around the world. Okay. And they, everyone has myths and legends and stories about animals. And that's how, like in the ancient days, that's how they were able to tell stories and like make predictions and um, receive messages, so like eagles are a huge thing for the indigenous folk here in the United States. Why? Because they represent the great spirit. So when they see eagles flying around or they see eagles eating or nesting, that is a good omen for them, right? Because they're healthy and they're moving around in nature as they should. Maybe if they saw an eagle that was hurt, they would see that as like, uh-oh, we need to take care of one, the eagle, and then we also need to take care of where the eagle lives so the eagle won't get hurt again. So eagles are really big, and there's lots of stories about eagles and their messages. So, and around the world, people have like stories about different animals and that. One of my favorites is an elephant. I love elephants. And so I have lots of elephants. And I call them Henry, all of them. So I'm wearing my elephant necklace tonight. It's made out of ivory and it was given to me and it's so beautiful. I wish I could show it to you closer. It's very delicate, but it's all hand carved and it's my precious. So I don't wear it very often, but it is really beautiful and I love this necklace. Okay, so we'll talk about elephants or Henrys in a little while. Um, all right, cool. See, okay, I have cats. All right, Mancoon cat. Yeah, I like those Mancoon cats. All right, so our spirit animals help us in a personal way, right? A lot of them represent community. And you'll see that if you look at the mascots for some of the football games and that, you'll see that some of them are very community oriented animals. They're not singular. So, and that's for the team. And maybe they did it subconsciously, they named the teams that. But you'll see that. So if you're a sports person, look at the names of the teams, the sports teams, and you'll be able to decipher like, is this a community oriented animal or is it a singular one, like a cat? A cat would be kind of like a singular one because cats are oftentimes, they live singly, solitude, not as a whole, right? Not as a herd. Like wolves are very community oriented. They all stay together, they help each other, they take care of each other's cubs. So they are also like mentioned in many cultures that wolves are very community oriented. They can teach us about community and they can help us with connecting with people and places. All right. So animals, like I said, they can teach us concepts of being protective, teaching, they're messengers. They embody specific energies to assist a person in life and their life's journey. Now, like spirit guides, your spirit animals will change over your lifetime, right? Because you grow, expand, and your focus changes. So, of course, then your spirit animals may also grow and change with you. All right. Because a lot of people like dogs, right? So, a lot of people have dogs, cats, little birds, things like that. So, think about what animals you have in your house. We'll cover dogs tonight. So, historically, different cultures have stories of animals, how they help us, the messages they represent, how the animals are honored, right? So, this is called animist traditions. So, what is animist traditions? Animist traditions, they're diverse because they're practiced all over the world globally. um, their spiritual views, spiritual world views, holding it that animals, plants, rocks, rivers, and weather possesses a spirit. Like, remember, we've got all the gods and goddesses. So a lot of gods and goddesses culturally will represent, they may represent an animal, or they may have an animal connected to them. Like Hathor. Hathor in Egypt, she has cows. Cows are connected to her. That's why she wears the horned headdress. So if you think about it and think about, look at White Buffalo Woman. Who is she connected to? Buffaloes. So, so these traditions emphasize respecting, communicating with, and maintaining reciprocal relationships with these spirits, often using rituals, offerings, ceremonies to seek balance, healing, and harmony within ourselves and the natural world. Nature is a living, conscious entity rather than just a collection of resources. So, if we think about nature as being a living, conscious community and honor that, and a lot of us do, like, we have gardens, we go for walks in the forest, we go for walks along really pretty areas to admire the beauty. And so we see the land as this really conscious breathing thing because what does it do? It brings us life, right? It brings life. And so it's good to think of it in that way. And like we've talked about flowers and florography, and I'm waiting for a book about trees so that we can talk about trees too and find out what their virtues are and why you would plant certain trees. So we spoke about florography, we spoke about some trees, and tonight animals. And I've talked about animals before on the show because everybody wants to know, like, what it's like finding your favorite crystal. What's my spirit animal? Let's find out. So animal spirit guides they act as teachers, guides, protectors, and they're personal messengers. All right. So again, it's like, hey, oh, koi. Yeah, Susan. All right. I love koi. They're so pretty. I think they're so beautiful. We used to go feed the koi. They're great. They could get huge too. Everybody watch out with those koi fish, boy. So this is how you would kind of figure out your spirit animal. All right. So, or your spirit guide. And I take pictures of flowers, trees. When I go for walks, if there's something pretty, I'm taking a picture of it. So, my favorite pictures are the pictures that I have taken with bumblebees. I love bumblebees. Why? Because they look like little velvet poof balls, right? They're like adorable to me. Anyway, a lot of people are really scared of them. I don't want them to sting me, so I stay very still. I don't want to be a threat to them, but I love taking pictures of bees and bees with flowers because they just resonate with me. And when I was, let's see, when I was younger, I looked it up because I was like, what is this fascination? Because I'm a weirdo. What is this fascination with bumblebees? Well, this is what the bumblebee represents: resilience, community, and achieving the impossible. And so I'm like, okay. So every time I see bumblebees, it's a reminder of these ideas that I have and the lessons that I've learned in this lifetime, because lots of lessons are connected to that: resilience, community, and achieving the impossible. So, and the Celts also saw the bees as celebration, like celebrating, because here we go, it's spring, the bees are out, they're busy, they're like spreading pollen everywhere. People are going to get fruit and flowers and veggies, because that's what bees do, right? They help our plants. And so, please help save the bees by growing flowers. That's all you have to do is grow some flowers. And they will help your flowers by pollinating. So please save the bees. All right, but that's how you can, you by connecting to an insect, an animal, a bird, a reptile, a mammal, a fish, is by feeling them. So what animal do you really feel like? What feeling does it bring to you? How connected do you feel to that animal? Really think about it and see if it resonates with you, okay? Because like I got a little list here going on, and I'll look it up in the pocketbook. But um, he likes Bob the Chameleon. Okay, we'll look up Bob because we're gonna be talking about Henry's too. So there you go. All right. Hi, Tracy. I hope you're feeling better. Everybody say a prayer for Tracy, okay? Because he's got some health issues going on and we want him to feel healed, okay? We want him to get healed, his shoulder and his foot. So help him out. Say a prayer for Trace. All right. All right, so please save the bees. So if you have a connection or attraction to an animal, get to know it better. Do some research. Like I said, and if you don't like the Animal Speaks books, there's some other animal books that are really good too, that will help you understand. You can get, I know that there's like animal tarot cards or animal oracle cards. That's what they are. Animal oracle cards. You can get the animal oracle cards and you can read about the animals through the books that usually come with the oracle cards and learn about the animals there. There's many ways that you could do this. Okay. All right. So that's one way of getting to know who your animal spirit guide is. And it's it's fun. This is a fun thing to do. And it's something that you can do this, all right? So, and listen to your heart. Listen to how it feels to you as well. All right. So you can also try meditation. Like I said, you can use the guardian angel meditation that I created, except ask for or to see or feel your animal spirit guide. And so that can help you, like I said, researching, um, and just connecting, going to places where animals may be, or even the zoo too, because that can help you out as well. But trying meditation, in that, if you try meditation, remember to write down what you get from the meditation, like how you felt, what animal you thought it was, and keep meditating. And the best place to meditate when you're connecting to animal spirit guides is outside. Go outside, like Susan has a koi pond in her backyard, and that's why she likes koi. But she's sitting outside while she's enjoying and connecting to her fish. So that is just an example. You don't have to do it like if you don't like fish. But what I'm saying is to be out in nature. Okay. Okay. So writing down your impressions. All right. So make sure to write down your impressions. Okay. So here's the list. All right. So I asked Melinda Carver and my friend Anissa. I text them and I said, "Hey, what's your favorite animals?" And so I was surprised and I thought, wow, all right then. So Melinda Carver, these are her three. All right. Horse, dogs, and gorilla. All right. And I was like, gorilla. All right. I love gorillas. But yeah. Okay. So the horse, and this is the year of the fire horse. So you can check out horses. Horses are the sun. So I think it's Native American. The Native American people related the horses to the sun. I think the Celts do too. That is all about physical power and travel and freedom. And that's the energy of the horse. And if you think about it, it's a fire horse year. So what are we about? We're about freedom. We're about being empowered. And some of us like to travel. So, all right. So her second one is dogs. Now, both Melinda and Anissa have dogs. And you've seen pictures of me, I think, with both of their dogs, with Lucky and with Seamus. So dogs are faithfulness, protection, and unconditional love. That's what their like resonance is. Okay, and we all know that because most of us own dogs, and most of my friends have dogs. I love dogs. I think they're cool. I like hugging on them and watching them run around. It's fun. All right. So her third one, which is a gorilla, was like, all right, Sassaroo likes gorillas. All right. So gorilla, strength, intelligence, wisdom, and family protection. They're also about community as well. They're very communal. So, and this here, these three animals that she chose, I can see all of these traits in Melinda Carver, and I'm just like, all right, this matches, right? Like it matches her because she is all about, like, she likes to travel. She's all about like freedom on many levels. She is a great friend. She's very protective. And when she decides that she loves you, that's it, right? So, and then the gorilla is strength, intelligence, wisdom, family protection. And that is Melinda. So, Anissa, this is her list. And I thought this was very interesting as well. So, magpies. All right. So, a lot of people don't like magpies. I think they're cool. They're really clever. And they're all about, their theme is occult magic, the doorway to different realms. They're wily and they're willful. All right. Ravens. Who doesn't like a good raven, right? They're great shapeshifters and they're messengers of omens. And it doesn't mean that it's a bad omen. It just means that they are messengers of omens. All right. Omens are different. They can be good and bad and indifferent. All right. So crows. Who doesn't like a good crow, right? So crows are intelligence, watchfulness, magical, and they can assist you as well with connecting to past lives. So there's the other thing. I think indigenous people also connect crows with like law. with spiritual law as well. So hummingbirds. I think mom put hummingbirds in here. Yeah. Okay. So hummingbirds, they're tireless and they represent tireless joy. So whenever we see hummingbirds, that's our sign for joy. Okay. So bears. I love bears. I saw a grizzly bear once. We were coming up from Taos. We were taking Taos Canyon Road up to Angel Fire. And as we were going past this one area, which was a campground, there was this huge, I saw this bear and I thought, oh my God, that bear is the biggest bear I've ever seen. And so we slowed down. All these crazy people were out there with cameras and stuff trying to take a picture of the grizzly bear. And we slowed down and I looked and I saw that that bear had because they have like this big hump. That thing must have been as big as a Volkswagen. I'm telling you, it was huge. And we were like looking, whoa. And it was really huge. And it was just wandering around the meadow, just having a great time. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my gosh. So you love turtles? We're going to talk about turtles in just a second. So, all right, Melissa, rock on. But yeah, so grizzly bears, huge, but grizzly bears or bears themselves are instinct, intuition, flexibility, and potential. Because bears spend a lot of time like really within themselves, and they really are a part of nature. They're a huge part. But there's a lot of internalizing with bears. All right. So, like me, I call all my elephants Henry. So Anissa calls all otters Steve. Okay, so Steve, the otter, represents joy, playfulness, and sharing. I think every child should have an otter, right? Have you ever seen otters anywhere? Like if you've seen them in the ocean or if you've seen them like in rivers and that, they're having fun. Everybody watch out. So they can teach you how to have fun or at least smile as you're watching them have fun. Okay, so the next one is a kingfisher. All right. So kingfishers are very beautiful black and white birds. And they're about enjoying days of peace and prosperity, like your own personal golden age. That's what kingfishers represent. Okay. So Seamus wanted to know about turtles and so does Melissa. So we're going to talk about turtles. Have any of you ever seen like swimming turtles or just turtles like wandering around in their natural habitat? In Florida, I used to go to this park and there were these, I don't know what kind of turtles, but they were always in the ponds and you could see them swimming around. It was really great. I have video of them swimming around and I used to love to watch them. So turtles are all about patience. You want to learn patience, study the turtles. Okay, so patience, protection, wisdom, and longevity. So, and I thought, because I've never really looked up the turtles and their spiritual meanings, their virtues. And I thought, yeah, that goes, right? If you've ever seen a turtle out and about, you can see that they are very patient. They have their shell for protection. And there is wisdom in longevity, and they do live long lives. Okay, so the next ones are, oh yeah, I do have time. Okay, so here's the other one. So lynx, these are mine. Lynx, the lynx is a secret keeper. Got the ears, right? Lynx. Okay. And then Henry, he's my elephant. And I have lots of elephants. People give them to me all the time. I love them. They're all called Henry because I have too many to have separate names. So whenever I say Henry, I'm talking about my elephants. So elephants are ancient power, strength, and royalty. So I love them. They're great. Hippos. Hippos are emotional depth, protection, and nurturing. And the peacock. Peacocks are all about wisdom, visionary, ostentatious, protective, and powerful. Okay, I have to put you down now. All right. So let me look and see what you guys got going on here. I lost my friend Travis suddenly on July 19th last year. He was a lifeguard. Oh, he used to swim with turtles. Oh my God, how beautiful. Yeah, in Hawaii, there were turtles that used to come to a beach and we used to swim. I can't remember the name of the beach, but yeah, you could see the turtles swimming there. That is so beautiful. Well, you should check and see. Maybe Travis is still swimming with turtles. Yeah. All right. Susan, let me see. Okay, this keeps, I can't scroll up if the mouse is on there. Okay. Dolphins. Okay, let me check this out. This is for Susan. We're gonna look up dolphins real quick. Dolphin, here it is. All right, so the dolphin represents new promises, the creative power of communication for best success. New growth is promised if you pursue new methods. All right. And I'll look up koi in just a second. All right, and somebody wanted a cat, so here's the cat thing. Mystery and magic is afoot, but you must find your own way of expressing it. Develop your ability to be more independent. Let's see. Oh, Bob the Chameleon. Hey, if you guys don't follow Susan Todd, you got to go over and follow her on Facebook because Bob the Chameleon often has an opinion. And it's great. So check her out, Susan Todd on Facebook. All right. Susan, okay, so he's a chameleon. All right, so chameleon. Let me look and see if there's, oh, here we go. Wait. Ooh, no, that's a green, gecko. No, hold on. I'm looking for the chameleon. Chameleon. Chameleon, this is for Tracy Todd. Chameleon, take advantage of any opportunity that presents itself. Clairvoyance is strong. Act quickly or opportunity will be lost. Okay, so it's all about opportunity, Mr. Bob. All right, so we're going to go up here. I'm gonna look up, I think they might have koi fish in here. Let me see. That is, I am looking it up. Hold on. No. I'm gonna have to look that up somewhere else. Okay, hold on. I'll get the koi fish in just a second. Okay, so we got hummingbirds. We did the cat. All right. This is awesome because we haven't looked up these. Let's see, what was that, Mom? You want penguins and owls. Okay. All right. Let me see. All right. Well, there's different types of owls. Which kind of owl do you want? Because I just remembered, like, there's he has all kinds of owls in here. Penguins. Let me see if he's got a penguin in here. There he is. All right, so penguins. This is kind of cool, Mom. Follow your dreams. Trust in your dream. Now is the time to make it a reality. Use your creativity and imagination. Now is the time to act. That's the penguin. All right. All right. So hold on. Let me see if I can find. Oh, just here's an owl. All right, owls. Now, I know like my dad is Asian, he's Filipino. And so they don't like to see owls because owls represent in the Philippines death. Okay? But this is what owls mean, spirits. So, and you can look it up individual owls in this book. All right, because there are individual owls and they have different meanings. But spirits are strong around you. Attend to dreams and to heightened senses. It is up to you to act on that guidance. So owls are really cool. They can represent a lot of different things, and their energy is very powerful. It's just amazing, right? So, if you're an owl person, check out your owls and see which owl it is that you're attracted to because there's many different types and they represent different things, but mostly it's owls are very magical. So, check that out and I'm still looking for a koi. I can't find it. Hold on. We're going to check this out. We're going to see about koi. Let's see. Let's see what Google says. Koi. Okay. So the koi fish acts as a profound spiritual guide representing perseverance, strength, transformation, and good fortune. Yes, I knew that they represented good fortune. So there you go, Miss Susan Todd. That is that is what kois mean. I love koi. There's a really pretty place here in Greensboro where there is a koi pond and there's all these beautiful water lilies in there and you can see the koi swimming out. Oh, it's lovely. Yes. You're welcome. All right. So everybody this week, check out check that out. See which animal you are most attracted to that you really like, animal, insect, bird, mammal, fish. See what animal you are attracted to and find out about that animal. If even if it's like more than one animal, do that this week and see what happens because I know you're probably going to really like it. This book I got on Amazon. It's the Animal Speaks book and I think it's on sale right now. I think it's like $8. Check it out. Okay? But this is a great book. And pretty soon it's going to have lots of sticky notes. But he not only does he talk about the animals, but he talks about nature and how it all goes together. It's a really great book. All right. And then this is the companion book. And it is the pocket guide. And that's what we've been using tonight, the pocket guide. And it has lots of different animals in it. So you could check that out too. I like Ted Andrews' books because he is very good at explaining things to where you can understand it. And he's very informative. There's a lot of good information in his books, any of the books that he wrote. All right. So that's the end of the show. Next week, we're talking crystals. Bam. We're going to a crystal show next week. I'm going to see if I can do some live shots at the crystal show in Raleigh. Let's see how good it is. It'll be really fun. Hopefully I'll buy some crystals and I'll be able to show them to you and that. We'll talk crystals next week. So think of the crystals that you would like to learn about. Let me know, okay? And that way I will look them up. It'll be very fun for us. All right? So please stay safe, be present. Okay. Take care. Have a wonderful week. And remember, keep your heart open and align with the energy of love. I'll see you next time. Bye.